Hey guys, so today I want to show you guys how to use a coir pole, and this is made out of coconut, and actually I ordered this one online. Not sure if you guys can see that. I think I can take it out because I haven't attached it yet. So this is what it looks like. And they come in all different sizes, like 14, 16, 18, 20 inches and all that. I think this one is a 16, I believe it is. And then what I like about it is they have this opening here, so you can attach other ones if your plant keeps growing and growing, if it gets bigger, which is a good thing. So I'm going to attach that to my Raphidophora. It's going to actually stick out maybe about 8 inches from the pole. I did place an order for another one, so I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. But I just wanted to show you how I'm going to attach this pole to this plant here, because I'm also going to be using sphagnum moss. So sphagnum moss has become my very good friend around here. So another thing to use sphagnum moss here is if you place it right where the roots are, right on the node. I'm sure you can see here. You place that like right on the node there. The root is going to grow and it's going to attach to that, and before you know it, your plant will be growing on its own on that coir pole. So I've got my sphagnum moss here, and then I have some twine here that I'm using. And again, this is just to help it in the beginning here, because eventually the plant will grow out on its own. So I'm just tying this, attaching this to the coir pole here. Actually, I want to check something here. I'm just making sure that my microphone was on. It is on. Alright, so I've got my sphagnum moss, and then I've got my sprayer here because I have to keep spraying the sphagnum moss because it's dry, and I'm taking it directly out of the bag. And this is, I showed you guys, the one that I use. So I'm going to take another piece here and attach it to the other node that I have here. And I'm going to bring my twine around here, tightening it up, to tighten it up a little bit here. And then I'll spray it in a second. I don't want to put it too tight because I don't want to hurt the plant either. So that's pretty good. So you guys see that? It's pretty attached to there. It's got my sphagnum moss on there. And my plant is in this flower pot, which I can leave it in this flower pot probably for another, I don't know, another couple of months. I think I'm going to be fine. So I'm just going to tie this to here. I'm going to tie it to the top because I'm expecting to get that other coir pole this Saturday, a couple of days, and I'm going to use the same piece of rope here that I'm to continue to tie it, because I'm going to add the other coir pole to here to the top, and it's just going to continue to grow. Then I'm going to tie it up like this, so it's just going to be, you know, very seamless. And then that sphagnum moss here, I'm going to spray it so that way. And the whole thing about this, you should keep this pole pretty moist as the roots are catching on. So every now and then just come with the spray bottle and just spray the pole here like this, especially around the nodes where you have that sphagnum moss. You don't want that sphagnum moss to dry up. So you are going to have to kind of stay on top of this until eventually the plant will catch on, and eventually the roots will find its way on its own up that pole. And before you know it, this plant is going to be growing beautiful, and then right on this pole here, and then you can just keep adding the poles. Maybe my next one after this one, maybe probably a larger one. Well, no, because I'm going to have to probably repot this in a couple of months. So we'll see what's going to happen to that. Anyway, so this is going to help me. So if you guys have plants that start to grow out like this, and again, I can have this plant actually grow hanging instead in a flower basket, but I chose to put it on a pole here and watch it grow up instead. So I have two options with this plant to watch it grow. But look how beautiful it is. And I can't wait to see it with the other pole. Look how gorgeous that looks. So you can do this to your plants also. Any plant that hangs, you can pretty much also put on a pole and then just train it to go up. So you're just training your plant to be able to climb up that pole. Hey guys, so it's 3 days later actually since we started to put the Coco Coir pole on the Raffadadora. So you guys remember that, we did put this one here. So I got in the mail from Amazon the other one that I ordered, only because I still have part of this plant that's still sticking up on here. So what I want to do is I want to attach this other one to there, and I'm just going to add it to the top, which is a nice thing about these Coir poles. You can just continue to add on. So if your plant continues to grow, which is what we're looking for, you can just add this right to the top right here. And then if you guys remember, I left a bit of this string that I was using. So I left some of it available so that way I can continue to tie the plant further up, and this way I can just wrap it around like this. And I'm going to have a bit of this left over, which is going to give the plant an opportunity to just keep growing. And as it continues to grow, I'll train it to come up, and then eventually those roots will just start kind of going into the core itself. So those roots will find itself in there. So I'm just going to tie this to the back because you'll be able to see it from the front there. And then remember I added the sphagnum moss. So again with that, my water in here in my mist bottle is warm. And I'm just spraying again the sphagnum moss because I want to keep this warm until those roots catch on. Now once these roots catch on, you'll still have to mist the plant, but the roots will look for the pole itself, and it'll start wrapping around itself on its own. So I am done with this one. So this one I'm just going to leave it in the flower pot, and remember, this is the flower pot, and I'll be able to leave it on here for another couple of months until this continues to grow. And then once it gets to probably maybe about this height, I'll probably can attach another one and just continue on depending on how far I want this to grow. Or I can just snip and just cut right underneath the node where there's a root node right here, and I can actually propagate that. And I can do that in sphagnum moss, or I can do that in water and just put it in the glass bottle and let it grow that way. So I have another Raffadadora here, but this one I'm not going to add the pole. I want this one to actually hang down. So for now it's in this flower pot, but I'm going to get one of those flower pots that with the hook on the top to just be able to watch this one grow. I have seen this one that grows really big, really nice, but it's just hanging. So, and then what I did also, I took some clippings from this Raphidodora, and I have them propagating in sphagnum moss. So I can bring that update later on. So I will actually have 4 of these. And so with that, so we're finished with this. I just want to show you guys just a little bit of the plant haul from yesterday. So I went out to McNaughton's and I actually posted this on Instagram. And you guys see up here, I want to present this one first, the philodendron lemon lime. So I now have this one, and look how nice and beautiful this one is, guys. Just look at the color. It looks like the neon pothos. Look how beautiful that is. And I've managed to get another philodendron narrow. But look at the size of this leaf, and this is a new one. And then I have a new one coming in on this side here. So again, 2 new philodendrons. And then you guys have seen my video on my collection of ferns. So I found kangaroo fern. Look at this. Look at the roots on that. Isn't that beautiful? So eventually all these roots will be hanging out like this. I might have to repot it because we've got a lot of roots in there already. And these are pretty massive. So I may have to repot this one, and then so that way it can continue to grow. So another fern to my collection, and then my foxtail fern. Here it is. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I just love these little clumps. I guess it looks like little foxtails. That's why they call it that. But I always wanted this one in my collection, so I now have that one. Also, so another fern to my collection. And then if you guys have seen my terrarium video, I'm going to add the phatinas. And these are the nervy plants that I was talking about. So look at these little nerves that it has on these plants. And these plants, they grow pretty slow. Isn't that beautiful, that color? Look at that. So they don't grow really quick. So these are great for the terrarium. So I've got a couple of plants. I think I have like 4 plants in here. Actually 1, 2, yes, 4. So I'm going to put this in that terrarium, which is definitely going to brighten that up because it's going to give me that pink color. And then I'm going to add this little ground cover to the terrarium also. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that neon green. So it's sedum. And it's like a miniature, so it's called the fine gold leaf sedum. So I'm going to plant that on, and it's going to be like on top of that other moss that it has in there already. And then I've got another little phatina here, which I'm going to put in there also. And then I've got another peperomia. Look how tiny this one is. Peperomia Hope. And this one grows pretty big. I mean, it's a slow grower, but it kind of trails and it just spills right over. So I've seen them pretty large, but for $5.98, guys, you can't beat that. So that was my plant haul. So guys, thank you for watching the channel, and I hope that you guys can realize that if you have 2 of the same plant, you don't have to watch it grow the same way. So you can, you know, just kind of set them up to grow differently. So I have one growing on that Coco Coir Pole, and I have the other one that's going to hang. So once I get the flower pot for that one and they're growing, I'll give you guys an update on that and let you see how that's coming in. So thank you guys for watching this channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so you guys can get the next video that will be available. And then don't forget to like. I catch you guys on the next one.